selfie with me, so you guys should be jealous. But in all my years of working with YouTubers in Minecraft, there is one group that has always shown the brightest to me. They're the most professional, kind, generous, and productive members of the Minecraft community that honestly I've ever seen. I'm proud. About a year and a half ago, I got to start working with them, and I'm still working with them to this day, and I'm proud to introduce Minecraft. So we're going to go down the road here, and we're going to introduce everybody one by one. Goon, will you start?
Hello, I am Goon Boulderfist, the creator of Minecraft.
Hello, I'm Beautiful, and I'm a rainbow sheep. Hi, I'm Chan. I make videos. Hi, my name's Max, and apparently I'm in an airplane hangar.
I'm Doghead77, and it's my birthday today.
Hi, I'm J019, and I'm a white player. Hello, Marcus. I'm late.
Hi, I'm Aurelian, and my birthday is tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Sevenus, and I live stream Twitch.
Hi, I'm C418, and I decided to be part of Mindcrack half an hour ago. Hey, this is Carol, and like these guys, I also make videos.
So before we get started, we had a really cool event on Friday, and one of the members of the event who came and hung out with us lost their bag and everything that was in it, and the signature card. So we wanted to do something a little bit special for Wispay, who's in the front row. So we got a card that everyone has signed. This isn't just Minecrafters, it's actually everyone who we kind of met throughout the con. So we wanted to give it to Wispay now. So West, hand it to him. There you go.
So one of the biggest things that everyone wants to know when they hear about Minecraft is how this all got started. Because this is all based on multiplayer gaming. So, Goon, at what point in time did you decide to start adding more players to your game?
Well, as everyone knows, Minecraft's all about building a community, and I've always been one for multiplayer gaming, and the moment that multiplayer was added, all I wanted to do was play with more of my friends. So the moment that we could do that, I started adding my own friends, and I was so lucky to start running these competitions and things that allowed me to make more friends, and through that I made all these people are now my friends, but at one point we were just adding people we didn't know, and one of our oldest members and also our youngest members is still here. He's not up here, but he's right down here. There's Shree. Everyone knows Shree?
And Minecraft, when Minecraft got started, like, who were some of the first players who got involved? Huh? Just for you.
Some of the earliest players.
I'm ad-libbing this question for you because I don't feel like the answer will last well enough.
Oh, so right, they had Shree, as I mentioned, and then the earliest was like Vintage Beef. He had one of the greatest competitions, and through that we made great friends, and now we're here. We traveled the world together, and you never thought that you were going to be able to do that, to make these connections and real life friendships. That we spent a week in London, touring London together, and it had nothing to do with anything other than being great friends.
So, what are some of your earliest memories of multiplayer gaming? Pyro, what kind of things do you remember about when you first started doing multiplayer Minecraft?
So, one of my first multiplayer experiences, I was always single player. I had no friends. I know. And I was invited to Mindcrack, and we did an ultra hardcore. I think it was season 7. And I was perfect Vaj, and I was under this impression, that Vaj hated me through the entire thing. It was actually kind of funny because it was like an old man and young son dynamic, and that was a really, really memorable one for me. I really enjoyed that. And then another one was my first time on the server. We were doing a huge King of Leather battle. King of Leather was the thing back in the day. I think there's 20 of us on at the time, just going up and down this ladder, hitting each other. That was the best.
So, what were some of the first impressions you had of other Minecrafters when you first met them? Duke?
Well, I have a funny story. So the very first Minecon, the one that was in Vegas, this was before Seth was a Minecrafter. And it was me and B00. We had come to the closing ceremony, and we were leaving the closing ceremony, and Seth was getting swarmed by people because he was super famous way back then. And so we're just trying to get out, and Seth was trying to basically make sure that people didn't get in the way. In hindsight, I know this. At the time, it seemed like he was a real jerk, and he was basically like, no, I can't sign for you right now. And I was like, I don't even know who you are, and why are you wearing this golden necklace? Like, are you a rapper? I was so confused. No, yeah, there it is, the bling necklace. So after we leave, B00 was like, that was Seth Bling. And for the longest time, I thought his name was Seth Bling. Like, and so one day he messages me on Skype about something unrelated, and I see his last name, and I'm like, his name is Bling. Who does he think he is? So once I finally got to meet the guy, he's one of my best friends now, but it's so funny how your first impression of someone can be so different once you actually get to know him.
Pyro, what about you?
So, when I first joined the server, I was on the server with you, and I remember you telling me this, the first convention we met, I used to speak 1,000 miles an hour. I don't know if anyone here is from Ireland, but we speak so fast. He can't understand me even now. So, you did not understand me for the first couple of months that I met him. I think he was just acting nice. He said, yeah. Didn't understand me at all. But now I picked up a lot of Americanisms. Like I said the word awesome or dude. And he says that over here. And I think one of my real life friends, they're kind of like, who is this guy? What have they done with him?
Dolby?
Well, what's great is my first impression of meeting Minecraft as anything in real life is basically it's the same as when I'm online. None of them like strikingly different to how they are online, how they are in real life. I just really appreciate that basically. I think that's it shows up like a very I forgot the word. Yeah, you go. A very authentic group. Just really appreciate that basically.
So as you've gotten to know each other, what kind of events have happened that have gotten you to grow together more as a group? Sevenus?
A few things stand out to me. First off is conventions like this. Obviously, we all get to meet each other and come together. I didn't know, I guess, like half the people on here before this, like in real life, before this convention. So it's awesome to be able to see everybody. And for me, one of the big things that we get to do together that sort of brings us all together is our charity events that we do. Whether it's the marathon or going to Disney or whatever the case may be. All the charity events are something we're all really, really passionate about. And when we're all passionate about the same thing, we do amazing things.
Really?
I think they're just passing microphones from just closed. I would agree with Sevenus. I think our charity events are pretty awesome, but everything that everyone else has kind of agreed here about meeting each other in person, we get to do a really good, I can't even talk, I'm so nervous. There's a lot of people here. We get to do a lot of really awesome stuff as a group, and without the group, we wouldn't be able to do that. And so it's really humbling to be able to like come to a Minecon and have the experience of being on panels, but sitting here in front of like thousands of people that are just staring at me. It's because I get to be friends with these awesome people, and not only am I friends with them, but we get to game together, we get to change people's lives by raising money for charity, and we get to have a lot of really cool projects.
I also think conventions are some of the best ways that we've all gotten to know each other. Especially at Minecon, we got to really hang out a little bit before the coalition, and we've been doing all sorts of stuff all week.